Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm here with Rachel Johnson. She is the spokeswoman for the Prince William County Public Libraries. Thanks for coming on with me, Rachel. I know that you guys have a lot going on. And the reason why we're doing this is because one of the county's most used libraries, and the one that I used when I was growing up, when I was a kid, is about to close for a significant period of time for some new cool renovations. So we want to talk about that. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I've got our article pulled up here that shows the renovation. So it looks like it's going to close. Let's see, it's going to close Wednesday, November 26th. So that is like coming up. That's this Wednesday at
That's
5 p.m.
yeah.
for a major renovation project that expected to last until summer of 2026. So winter, spring, and then wrapping up during the summer. It looks like it's we're going to add a new small business resource center, which I can't wait to talk to you about. Additional study rooms, the public library's third makerspace, and this is all culminating in just a full interior redesign, nearly 60,000 square feet since the library opened in 2021. So I'm sorry, 1991, not 2021. So this is cool. This is a lot of work that's coming up.
It is, yes. Yeah, it'll be a really wonderful opportunity for us to really enhance Chinn Park Library space. As you mentioned, it's one of our most visited libraries. Also one of my home libraries. So I'm going to have to stop on over to either Lake Ridge or Independent Hill myself. But it's all for a very good reason. We will be doing a lot of work over the coming months to enhance Chinn Park Library.
So I want to ask you about before I get into the business incubator space. I want to talk about the third makerspace for the library system. I know that I remember covering one at Central Library just outside of Manassas. So talk to me about what this addition will mean for Chinn Park Library, and essentially what is a makerspace for those who may not know.
Yeah, so maker spaces, they are a thing you can find, of course, through libraries nationwide. They're really a wonderful opportunity for the public to try equipment and technology they may not have an opportunity to use otherwise. And of course, at the public library, it's all free. So we do currently have two maker spaces at Central and Bull Run libraries that are just opportunities for people to try out things like 3D printers, a long arm quilting machine, which admittedly I personally don't know the ins and outs of these the quilting itself, but other things like technology and equipment on computers. So if you really want to learn the Adobe suite, for example, or really enhance your either crafting, or if you're a local entrepreneur, it's opportunities for you to try out this technology with no investment of your own.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking about local entrepreneurs, one of the things that caught my eye as an entrepreneur, as a guy who started a business 15 years ago and is doing the local news business for the region, this obviously caught my eye. The Small Business Resource Center. So, we have seen some of these centers normally associated with places like George Mason University or Mary Washington University, and with the whether they be a small business incubator or co-working space like the Centrifuge in Manassas, or Ring Spaces in downtown Fredericksburg. So what is it that the library will be bringing in? What is your vision? What is your small business resource center?
So Chinn Park Library offers a really great opportunity for county, city of Manassas residents, and of course the surrounding community, because it's a centrally located library. Of course, it's one of our larger libraries, and it's an opportunity for people to come in and use the space and use the resources provided by Prince William County government. This small business resource center is being done in collaboration with Prince William County Department of Economic Development and Tourism, as well as our magic team that has been located at Central Library in the past. So it's really just tapping into the resources that are available to the public, but making it easier for them to access it. So that's really the idea here, is eliminating the pain point for small businesses having to figure out where to get help. They'll just need to remember Chinn Park Library. And everything they're going to need will be in one place with the people and the subject matter experts who will be able to help guide them along the way.
So if I am, if I'm a small business owner, or if I'm thinking about starting a small business, I can come and get coaching. I can find out where maybe there are some sources of local or state revenue, maybe some funding to get my business off the ground. One of the things that we always hear about in the small business world is I need to, I can make a thing, I can make a widget, but when it comes to selling my widget and learning that whole process about how to sell stuff, I need help. And so do you envision this would be maybe a place where people can come and get this type of advice?
Absolutely. So the really cool thing about this, and this is really, opening up so many doors and opportunities, is in addition to Magic staff being there, and Magic, of course, are Prince William Public Library staff who are always at Chinn Park Library. But this new enhanced space will also include economic development staff being on site to help with navigation, as well as offering such as Mason, county finance, permitting, and other departments in the county will hold regular hours at this center. So businesses don't have to travel to multiple locations. We're really making this that one-stop shop for them.
So this renovation is as we noted, it's the first major renovation since the library opened way back. And I feel like I was a kid when this thing opened. I remember and so 1991, right? Dating myself. But we also had some renovations here in 2018. I believe I remember we're writing back at that point in time. We wrote about, I think it was the circulation desk that got some updates and just maybe some cosmetic touches there. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah, so a lot of what we're trying to do at Prince William Public Libraries is just making ourselves more readily available to the public, making ourselves, of course, what we want to be, as a welcoming, inclusive environment for anyone who comes through our doors. So that previous renovation, and we're kind of adopting this model, if you will, of just getting rid of, there used to be kind of the desk was a little bit more, took up a little bit more of the floor space. And we opened it up. So of course, if you come visit Squirt, he's still there, but he has a little bit more room to be one of the highlights of the library. So yeah.
So wait, who's Squirt? Who's Squirt?
Oh, you don't know Squirt?
I don't know Squirt.
Is our resident turtle.
Oh.
Side note, he has his own 24/7 webcam on YouTube where it's the most relaxing experience. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to pull that up. Hold on. Let me see it. I'm going to search for it. No, you keep talking about Squirt while I try to pull up his 24/7 webcam. That's so funny.
It's a delight. And it is the most relaxing, calming experience. But going back to the previous renovation,
Hold on.
Really opened up floor space.
Hold on. I
know. I distracted.
Hold on. I found it. I'm going to put it in. I found it. Let's see if it comes up here for me. I don't know if you can hear it. Uh-oh. Wait. Here we go. Here we go. Yep, there it is. Let's see. I love it. I love it. His filter's loud.
Yeah.
I can hear. That's funny. Where is he? Where does he normally hang out? I've never seen this before. This is so cool. Where does he normally hang out?
Yeah, if you walk right into Chinn Park Library, we still have a desk there, and we still have someone always there to help answer questions that the public has. The porch right there, he's right to the left in that suite. Welcome you when you come into the library.
Cool. That is so cool. Well, I'm gonna I'm going to kill that feed here because I want to hear you better. But that is so cool. All right, you can check that out on YouTube, as you just saw there. That's the live feed there on the Squirt. Okay, comment below if you know Squirt. Tell us if you've seen him or have your own personal story. I'd love to hear it about Squirt. That's so cool. And finally, my last question about Chinn, like, this is not just a library. This library, there's a lot going on. I mean, you have offices in there, you have conference rooms, it's community spaces as well. So, so for those who are used to going to Chinn for purposes other than checking out a library book or studying, who needs to pay attention to this and to be prepared to change their plans?
Yeah, so we have great news regarding that. So as you mentioned previously, Chinn Park Library will be closing on Wednesday, November 26th at 5 p.m. And it will be closed for an extended period through summer 2026. But beginning on January 20th, Tuesday, January 20th, we are opening a smaller space downstairs. We're calling it Chinn Park ASC Library, which is our administrative support center. This space will act essentially as a library while the larger upstairs space is closed. And Chinn Park ASC Library, beginning Tuesday, January 20th, will be open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's going to offer a lot of the same services. Of course, you can pick up your books there. We'll have a few computers. And it's really just a space so that individuals who may not be able to get to Lake Ridge Library, Dale City Library, or just need to jump in real quick, they can do that at Chinn Park ASC.
Okay, gotcha. So I want to switch gears. You have renovations coming up at Potomac Library, and they will not be nearly as extensive as the ones that are going on at Chinn, from what I understand. Before I get into that, I want to. I don't know if I've ever told you the story. I might have, but this is about the same time. Again, as a kid, about the same time Chinn opened, and I found a book. I don't remember if it was at Chinn or what library it was, but I was really into like ghost hunting. Like, I loved Ghostbusters when I was a kid. I was totally into it. And so I found this book about how to be, and it was written for kids, how to be like a ghost hunter. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like the best book ever. And it said, and it was like, and it wasn't just like a short little, it was like it had some, it had chapters. It was a chapter book, right? So I really took it seriously. And it said you could go to the library and ask for instances of paranormal activity in your community, right? And I said sure. And I never knew how to I didn't know how to use a microfiche film or how to do deep research or anything. So here I am. I take my book with me and I walk into Potomac Library. By that time it's called Potomac Branch Library. And I walk up to the front counter, and I'm all of 8 or 9 years old, maybe. And I say, can you please show me where the ghost reports are? And they kind of looked at me and they were like, I don't know if we have that. So never did find the ghost reports, but that didn't stop me from looking. I think I kept looking for ghosts maybe all the way through 3rd or 4th grade, I think, until I decided I was going to go do something else, like be a Ninja Turtle or something. I don't know. But at any rate, you have, this is the so you have renovations coming up here. Potomac Library in Woodbridge, just off Opitz Boulevard, will close Monday, December 8th through Sunday, December 14th. And you are putting in, looks like, new carpet in this library, giving it a refresh as well.
That's correct. Yeah. So this one, not as, only 6 days, because Potomac Library isn't open on Sundays. So it's really only 6 days that the library will be closed. So we're not making any major changes the way we are with Chinn Park Library, such as, where your books are going and that sort of thing. So it's just those 6 days that Potomac Library will be closed beginning December 8th. And just we're not going to, if your holds happen to be available beginning the 8th, they'll be open that next Monday for you to pick up your holds. And once you come back, you'll be able to enjoy the beautiful new carpet that will be put in.
That's cool. And a few years ago, and I say a few, it's probably at least 10 now, but there was an arbor that was put in at this library, and again, a few years, it could have been 10 years ago, but so there have been, little improvements made to this library, in addition to changing the name to Potomac Library. Like I said, it used to be called Potomac Branch. And I think this library dates back to the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when it was built. So, it also wasn't built when I was a kid. I didn't see all the libraries in Prince William County built. I promise you that. But it's cool to see that it's being renovated as well. This is cool. Thank you for coming on and talking with us about this.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you again. I appreciate the opportunity to share out some of these exciting enhancements we're making. And we encourage you to either follow us on social media or just check our website, pwcva.gov/library, for updates along the way. We want to keep everyone posted. And as always, if we can answer any additional questions or anything like that, we're always available. And the website is a great way to reach out to Prince William Public Library staff, or of course, visit any of our other 11 locations throughout the county and the city of Manassas. Our librarians are happy to help any way they can.
Yeah, and you guys have been slowly, adding these improvements at other locations. I know Bull Run had some improvements, and Central had some improvements, and now I can't believe it, but we're getting into the point where Montclair and Haymarket, we're approaching the 10-year mark on those things.
Yes.
I think Haymarket was 2015 that they opened, or so.
Yeah.
So they are 10, right? So. Gosh, time does fly. Do you have, as we get into 26, do you have additional improvements coming, or closures like this coming, or for now, these are the only two that we're focused on?
This is all we have for now. We do have some, as you mentioned, kind of anniversaries coming up. Dale City Library is also coming up on, I forget the exact year, but they have a celebration coming up soon. A lot of our libraries, we're just excited to share not only anniversaries and milestones, but don't forget we have quality programs for all ages, story times, reading to dogs, and of course our maker spaces are always offering programs to try out new technology and equipment. So always amazing things happening at Prince William Library.
Yeah, and absolutely, folks. If you have small children and you're not taking them to the library for these programs, for the story times and what you just mentioned is reading to the animals, and or just to see Squirt, that is like so cool. You're missing out. You got to go. I mean, I'm from one dad who has taken both his kids to the library for these types of programs. You got to do it. It's great. Rachel, you are awesome for coming on. Thank you for all the information. I hope you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you so much.